Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. Today, it is Friday, and that means it's time for Dorking with Dice. We do it here every Friday, and it's always a good time. We got a box with 20 vintage packs in it and a big 20-sided die. It all works out. You roll this, you find out which pack does it connect to in the box, and that's what we open. And it's a great way for us to open a great variety of vintage packs. And they're all good, but we got some especially good stuff in the 1, 10, and 20 spot. I will preview those for you. And this is the first time this year, I think, that, well, not this year, but this season in any event, that we have now just hockey and football in the box. Baseball season is over. Dodgers finished that out for us by winning the World Series last week. So we do not have baseball in the box anymore. We'll see baseball again in March of next year, and we might see it pop up from time to time in the interim, but for right now, it's the two sports that are being played, football and hockey, and we got some really good vintage packs in here. To redo the box this morning, and I put some really good stuff in here. Got a big cello pack here at the number 17 spot. You can see that. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but I will tell you what's in the 1, 10, and 20 spot. In the number 1 spot, we've got a very nice football pack. This is 1987 football. What makes this pack special is Jim Kelly rookie card, Randall Cunningham rookie card possibilities, and a ton of Hall of Famers, including Walter Payton, Joe Montana, Lawrence Taylor, and Jerry Rice, and many, many more. The Jerry Rice card, 1987 Topps Football, is one of my favorite, might be one of my favorite football cards just ever, but it is probably my favorite Jerry Rice card. I really like that card a lot, so it'd be pretty cool to pull that card. In the number 10 spot, we have the same thing we've had in there for a while. It's Donruss Priority Hockey. This was a hobby-exclusive product back in 1997. You get 5 very high-quality cards and 1 stamp. We'll have to open that and see what that means. If you've never seen me open one of these before, you're in for a treat. Many of you have seen me open that and really liked it a lot, which is why I put another one in the box. We've got a very special pack in the number 20 spot, going way back for this one, 1983 OPC Hockey. So it was one of the years that Topps did not do hockey, so there were no American hockey cards, only OPC cards in 1983. This is a great set with several Hall of Famer rookies. I'm trying to remember. I should have looked this up. I'm pretty sure let me see if I remember right. I know Dale Harachuk has his rookie in here, and I think Joe Mullen as well. Brent Sutter, I think, has a rookie in here. I'm trying to remember who. Ron Francis maybe has a rookie in here. There are quite a few Hall of Famer rookie cards in this set, and what makes this set so in demand by collectors is it's a pretty valuable pack, and I really should not be opening packs of this value, but what the heck, that's what makes it exciting on Dorking with Dice. It's a really great set that a lot of collectors like to get these packs because there are so many Wayne Gretzky cards in here, and they're very early Wayne Gretzky cards. And he has his regular card, he has an action card, he has the team card, and then he has several record breaker cards as well. So a lot of Gretzky possibilities out of that 1983 OPC hockey pack. And that's just a preview of those 3 packs. Who knows what else is in the Magic Box this week? Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get to our first pack. See what we get to open on this week's Dorking with Dice. It is pack 17. How about that? You guys get to see the cello pack opened on the channel this week. That is awesome. I always put something a little special in the 17 spot because we roll it so much. You just always get that. It is 1989 Topps Football. We'll get a 1,000 Yard Club glossy card inside here, which will be pretty darn sweet, and also get 29 regular cards and a stick of gum, of course, stuck right in the middle. Clay Matthews on the back of this card. That is a pretty nice card right there. Clay Matthews, a good linebacker in the NFL back then. So let's see what we have in this cello pack of 1989 Topps Football. I'm not sure I have one of those wrappers. I'm going to take the gum out of here. Do that. If I can unstick it from the middle card there, I had to split the deck to get that gum out of there. That is some sick looking gum. You can it's as brittle as any kind of tile you might put in your your bathroom or your kitchen floor. And the gum card was a Hall of Famer, actually, so I'll start with that one. It is Howie Long with his hands on his hips. A commentator, I guess not a commentator, but like a pregame show guy, Howie Long, there, again, with his hands on his hips, looking, I don't know, frustrated or bored. Maybe he's working out. I don't know what he's doing, but Howie Long, I don't think the gum stain is too bad. It's definitely there. Well, it's definitely there. I mean, you can kind of see it when I tilt it that way, but I don't know. Maybe hang on to that one. Our glossy card is right on top. It's Roger Craig, the great running back from the 49ers. I don't think I've ever seen that card before, so that's pretty cool. And that is glossy, as you can see there. So nice pull there. And we got William Fuller looking kind of pissed. I mean, if I were playing for Houston back in 1989, I would probably look pretty annoyed too, honestly, so I can't blame him for that. We got Gary Anderson, the great kicker for the Steelers for many, many years, and Pat Swilling for the Saints. That super rookie of Eric McMillan playing in the backfield. Carlos Carson, really good wide receiver for the Chiefs back in the day. Henry Ellard, who I believe is a Hall of Famer. He certainly should be if he's not. Bengals team card, Boomer Esiason measures up, according to this. Looks like this defender is measuring him up for a sack, in my opinion. But Bernie Kosar, longtime quarterback for the Browns, and still very popular. A lot of people think Bernie Kosar was one of their best players. Larry Roberts and Lewis Lips there. Lewis Lips, good wide receiver for the Steelers for several years. Gary James and Gene Lang. We got Eugene Robinson, really good safety for the Seahawks. Eugene Robinson, he was an All-Pro several times, if I'm remembering right. Gary Zimmerman, there is a Topps All-Pro card there. That All-Pro, I don't know, it's kind of a low-key looking All-Pro signifier. Usually they have like stars and like fireworks bursting out of the cards when it's an All-Pro, but pretty low-key for these 1989 cards. Gary Zimmerman, good offensive lineman for many years. There's the Clay Matthews card we saw before. Merrill Hodge tucking in his pads, looking pretty nondescript about it. Got a checklist card there because it's not Dorking with Dice unless we get a checklist card. Al Toon, very good wide receiver for the Jets. Always liked him a lot. Bill Moss and Reggie Langhorne. Shout out to Surf Blue or Surf North, whatever he likes to go by. He's a big Browns fan. Eric Dickerson, that's a nice one. Topps All-Pro card there. Eric Dickerson during his Colts days. He, of course, also played for the Rams and is in the Hall of Fame. We'll throw that one in the Wolf Lair. Jarvis Williams, a super rookie of Jarvis, not the Avengers Butler, but Jarvis Williams, Ray Berry there, and Chuck Cecil, Steve DeBerg, longtime NFLer. There he is with the 49ers, and you can see he was with the 49ers when he started out, then the Broncos, Buccaneers, Chiefs, and I think he finished his career, or no, he was with the Chiefs there. He's still with the Chiefs there. I was going to say, I thought he finished his career with the Chiefs. Carl Lee, another All-Pro out of this 29-card pack, a backfield cornerback for the Vikings, and another All-Pro there, Mike Horan, punter. And we finish off with Robin Cole, who's looking very skeptically up at the scoreboard. I don't know what he sees up there that he doesn't like, but not a very good expression from Robin Cole. Who do we want to put on top here? I think put Al Toon on the top. Always liked him quite a bit. All right, well, that's a great way to start with our big cello pack in the 17 spot. Let's see what our number 2 pack is going to be today. What will it be on Dorking with Dice? It was almost number 1. I thought for sure we were going to have number 1 there, but it ended up settling on 19. That's an easy one to pull. Second to last pack. It is another football pack. Remember, we've got football and hockey in the box. This is 1993 Upper Deck football, and this is a pretty good pack. I like these cards. They look like pretty standard Upper Deck cards. I mean, the template that Upper Deck used in the early 90s was pretty uniform across all the sports that they did cards for. But you can get inserts out of here. There's Future Heroes and Pro Bowl inserts, and I think there's one other one. I think there is one other one. I can't remember what it is, but it's a pretty decent set, and just what you would expect from Upper Deck. You have these thick foil wrappers that one of these days I'm going to bake a potato in one of these wrappers. I'm telling you, I've said it before. Why is my camera acting that way? I've said it before, I'm going to bake a potato in one of these wrappers. It'll have to be a pretty small potato, and there's no small potatoes here on the Card Wolf Network. Hashtag dad joke. Let's get to the pack and see what we got. Oh, this is bricked. This is nicely bricked for us. Always love when that happens. I don't know how these get bricked. I'm pretty sure I've had these since, I don't know. I think I've had these for a while. I don't think I bought these in '93. I think I bought them sometime after that, but they should not be bricked. Michael Barrow Michael Barrow just kind of sitting on a football and his helmet there, doing some sort of balancing act, looking like he's going to tell you a story, looking very grandfatherly. Well, I've got some serious ink loss there on Michael Barrow. Mo Gardner from the Falcons. Roger Craig, late in his career. We saw him earlier in his career with the 49ers, and there he is with the Vikings. We got David Whitmore, from the 49ers. Falcons team card, which should have Deion Sanders on the front. Yes, it does. Very nice to see that. Deion Sanders, of course, in the Football Hall of Fame, not the baseball one. Mark Rippon, who was quarterback everybody thought was going to be like amazing and going to take the Washington football team to the Super Bowl forever. But Mark Rippon's career didn't work out like that. Kurt Barber, one of the many barbers in football. Ethan Horton. And a lot of ink loss on these. Howard Ballard, Rich Gannon, longtime quarterback in the NFL. There he is with the Vikings. I think of Rich Gannon as being with the Raiders, but there he is with the Vikings. Got Irv Smith, and I think this is a special card of Irv Smith. He had as a star rookie of Irv Smith. There he is tracking the ball right into his arms. We finish off with an all-rookie team of Chris Mims, a defensive lineman for the Chargers. I kind of like that card of Irv Smith. He was a good receiver, too. I'm going to put that on the top of that stack and move it over here. Let's see if we can get a hockey pack here on our third roll on Dorking with Dice. Get one of these hockey packs out of here. It's pack 14. I will start with 10 and count backwards. There's 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I wasn't counting backwards. I was counting forwards. I don't know what my deal is. We did get a hockey pack, though. Nice Pinnacle hockey pack from 91, 92. And this looks very similar. They were very similar to the way Upper Deck did things. Upper Deck used kind of the same template for all of their cards back then. Pinnacle was the same way. If you've seen 91 Pinnacle baseball, then you know what these are going to look like. They used more or less the same template. See how we do here on these. They're stylish cards. I think they're very pretty cards, so we'll see how we do. All right, flip these over. There we go. We got Mark Osborne, left winger for the Jets back then, and Martin Galanis. We've got Bob McGill from the Sharks, looking as though he's taken one too many hockey pucks to the head there. Bob McGill looks like he's in a constant state of being dazed by whatever is happening in front of him. We got Matthew Schneider from the Canadiens, another Oiler player. A lot of Oilers in this pack. Joe Murphy, good right winger for them. Ken Hodge. And Joe Kukor, good player for the Rangers for many years. Joe Kukor. Cale Johansson, that's a nice card from the Caps. Cale Johansson looking pretty severe with his Dolph Lundgren haircut there. Cale Johansson. Jyrki Lume from the Canucks, looking very European, I'll put it that way. That is a very Euro haircut. All right, here we go. We got an Idols card. Who is the Idol back here, and who is the player here? I gotta say, I don't recognize either one of those guys. I do not recognize them. They're both Kings players, though. But I don't see who we have here. We got Rob Blake and Larry Robinson. Larry Robinson did play for the Kings. I always forget that. I always think of him as being on those Canadiens teams from the 70s where they went to the Stanley Cup. Robinson was a great defensiveman, Hall of Famer, and very deservedly so. John Van Beesbrook here looking very dapper in his painted-on tuxedo. That looks like should be like a book cover of like The Great Gatsby or something. I don't get that as a hockey card. Mark Gregg finishes things off, our mandatory rookie card out of this pack. I'm not putting the tuxedo card on top. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on top. I don't really put the dazed look of Bob McGill on top. Why not leave that there? Let's do another pack here. We hit 17, but we have not hit one of our big packs, and I sure would like to. Let's roll another one, see what our fourth pack is going to be here on Dorking with Dice. Roll that dice back and forth for a while, get a good number on there. It is 14. We've already rolled that, so that's not going to work. Let's see if we can get a better number than that. Keep that on the screen. Roll that around. What's it going to be? It is pack 4. All right, pack 4 it is. Count from 1, 2, 3, and 4 is another hockey pack. Very nice. This is Pro Set 1992-93 Pro Set. Of course, produced cards for quite a while in there, and their cards were never like particularly high-end or anything. They were very sort of I will call them workman-like cards, but they were reliably always printing hockey cards and football cards. Whenever I felt like I couldn't find hockey or football cards, I'd walk into a store and they'd always have Pro Set. You could always find Pro Set because nobody was really that into them. But at least it allowed me to open up hockey and football cards back in the early 90s when they were not that easy to find. So that's pretty cool. And I mean, these are attractive cards. The earlier Pro Set cards from like 1990 or 91 or whatever, not particularly attractive. But I feel like these 93 cards are pretty nice. I mean, that's a nice design, and I believe there's a different picture on the front than there is on the back, which I always appreciate. Dmitry Kurshich there from the Caps, and yes, there's a different picture on the back. Dmitry looks a little dazed there as well. I got to tell you, it looks like he just woke up, put on his helmet, and walked out onto the rink. Bob Asensa, good goalie there for the Jets. Randy Wood, and we get a sideways card of Uwe Krupp from New York. Good player for the Islanders for many years. Wendell Clark, he was in the NHL for a while, as I recall. Wendell Clark with the Leafs. Kirk Muller with Montreal, and Yzerman. Wow, that's a sweet card. Steve Yzerman, that's a really nice card there. No complaints about that. Put that in the Wolf Lair for sure. We got Guy Carbonneau. Guy was, I feel like he was with the Canadiens for like 15 years or something. I know he wasn't, but he just always felt like I saw him. Scott Mellenby, who felt like he didn't need to protect his melon and wear a helmet. Don't know what he's thinking there. We got Shane Corson, and flip this over for a rookie card of Glenn Murray. And we get to some interesting stuff back here, I think. Mike Richter, nice card there of the goalie for the Rangers for many years. Mike Richter, really good goalie. And Brett Hedecan, another rookie card there of that player. Here's a play smart and responsibly with Caps player, who is that? Todd Krieger. Okay, if you say so. Oh man, we finish off with a rookie Lindros. Wow, that is a nice pull. That is a great pull. That's probably our best card of the day. Nice rookie Lindros card there. Was not expecting that. That is a pretty sweet card. Nice to get that. We got Yzerman and Lindros out of that pack. That is pretty darn nice. All right, we did one of each, or two of each rather. We got 2 hockey, 2 football. We're going to break the tie and roll one more pack, see which sport we get the most of this week. Will it be hockey or football? Will we get one of our special packs? I don't know. We have to roll the dice and find out. If you're enjoying this video, please take a moment and hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel a lot, and I certainly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see what our last pack is going to be. It's pack 17. We've already rolled that. Let's see if we can get a better number on there. It is pack 1. All right. It is pack 1. That was off camera. You'll have to take my word for that. It is pack 1, and that is one of our special packs, so I'm delighted about that. This is 1987 Topps Football. As I said at the top of the show, this is a great pack. I'm very, very happy to be opening this. Kind of can't believe we rolled that at the last second there. Put that to the side. 87 Topps Football has some really potentially great rookies. Let's see what we get out of here. I'm looking forward to this. I've not seen these. This is 86. I've been saying 87. Sorry. This is 86 Topps Football, which is actually even better in its own way. Oh man, that gum is gnarly. That is really ugly gum. We got some brown, I'm sorry that my son isn't here for this. He always really enjoys seeing the gross gum, and that is seriously some gross gum. And it's on Mike Ken's card too, which is a real shame. Mike Ken, I believe, is also a Hall of Famer. Really great offensive lineman for the Falcons for many years. Wow, that card is shot through. Can you see that gum bled all the way through that card? So that card is not going to survive. But it does not seem to have affected the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team card on the other side there. So at least we got that one. All right, let's flip these over and see how we do. Tony D is our 1,000 Yard Club card. And that one was stuck to Dave Dwerson, so that's too bad. Terrible ink loss on those cards. Man, that's a shame. But we still have a lot of cards to go through here, so let's see how we do. We got Dennis Thurman going there. Again, these are 86. I don't know what made me think that was an 87 pack. That is not the color combo for 87. These are 86 cards, so different set of rookies here, but some good ones as well. Dennis Thurman, Mike Bell, gazing up at the scoreboard. Gerald Wilhite, good running back for the Broncos for many years. Gerald Wilhite. Rich Camarillo, longtime punter for several different teams. Doug Cosby, all-pro tight end that year from the Cowboys. Fulton Walker. Fulton Walker was a speed guy. He was one of the many speed guys that Al Davis drafted with the Raiders. That was always his mantra when he entered into the draft day stuff. He was like, draft whoever is the fastest player. That's what I want. Steve Jordan and Dexter Manley. Dexter Manley should be in the Hall of Fame. If he's not, he ought to be really good defensive lineman for the Washington football team. Steve Brown. Colts team card with Ron Stark. That is weird. Usually the team card has like, the star running back or the star quarterback, but here it has the punter. That is weird. Glenn Blackwood, good safety for the Dolphins, and Willie Drewy. We got Jeff Stover sitting on the bench for the 49ers. We finished with another team card. It's Joe Morris running for the Giants there. Good running back for them for several years. All right. That finishes off Dorking with Dice today. We hit one of our big packs. We got a Lindros rookie card, so that was definitely the highlight for me. Pretty excited about that. And pretty good split. 2 hockey, 3 football. That's not too bad. I'll be back next week on Monday here on the channel. Got some great stuff to open next week with you, and I hope that you will look forward to that. Have a great weekend, whatever you have planned. I hope it works out for you, and just relax. Try to enjoy yourself if you can. I'll be back on Monday, and thank you so much for coming out to the channel. As always, happy collecting.